Hey you guys, it's MJ from All to Love. How are you? I just did a unlisted share about spiritual awakening and the dark night of the soul. I feel like I'm just like regurgitating mumbo jumbo. I'd highly recommend checking it out, you guys. But I wanted to add to the whole like I'm getting a really strong sense of it, like adding to the whole like spiritual awakening story of humanity and this very sort of like important recognition that the spiritual awakening and or ascension, but I'm not really into that word either. Um, it's a never ending, just ongoing, miraculous, mysterious, intense process. It's not like we awaken and then it's like rainbows and butterflies, you know, like flying around. There's still this whole matrix system, this whole 3D reality. Hey, clear vibrations, how are you, my friend? Oh, I can feel your love. Um, yes, so this basically it just continues, and I'm aware of this sort of like this next wave of people, humans awakening, and it's and it's so beautiful. There's like this sort of like, how are you? I'm okay, I'm feeling lots, in fairness. You'll get that from the share perhaps, but the excitement of spiritual awakening, the excitement of you create your own reality and your thoughts, just think positive, and bad luck is boom boom boom, like you manifested that shit, and there's like there's so like woohoo, yay, more awakening, more evolution for humanity. And then for me, I get these different sort of reflections and or resonant angles, and I'm like, whoo, like next wave of also, I want to say, spiritual arrogance and like the know-it-alls, because even for me, it was only probably 4 or 5 years ago that I was like reading lots and ingesting way more and like getting right up my own trump about my ability to manifest. And if anything, it's been, oh, thank God you're here. OMG to the love hot vibrashe, because seriously, deeper than ever. The last share I just did was Spiritual Awakening and the Dark Night of the Soul. Just to tell all those happy-go-lucky spiritual awakening people that the dark night of the soul can also be a massive part of it, and that it's like relentless. And like the clients that I and the my inner circle and or the like the clients that are proper deep, yay, I'm so glad you're here, that they're like proper gung-ho, i.e. they're so fed up with shitty job, or they're so fed up with anxiety patterns or stress patterns or whatever. They're just so fed up with like the bullshit of life that they're like, fuck that shit, I want to live like that, or like that. Or they've stumbled upon the book or stumble upon this channel or whatever, and they're like, hey, I kind of resonate with that vibration, what's going on here? And it's like, lo and behold, we have yet again a systematic imprint of like spiritual awakening, and now it's getting all cut up into these like compartmentalized, like manifest this and live like this and be like this. And it's like, I can see more shades of how we can like potentially box ourselves into dogma, box ourselves into like format, and yet those of us living in the truth of our beingness, like i.e. having these sort of popularized experiences way before they were popular, and speaking from a place of heartfelt connection and vibrational connection, and yet here we are where there's still this sense of alienation, and I'm thinking, oh my God, clear vibrations. You are my divine. I'm just getting all hot and I'm getting all hot and bothered here. um, oh my God, this is the reflection. This is why, because I knew when I went live unlisted, I was like, but I've still got to go live again because there's more. And I'm really, the last 2 days, but then like on and off for the last like 5 to 6 weeks. This year, like this year, I've just sort of like thrown everything out and just been like, okay, and like the 0 point, like the fixed position. I'm just like, I'm in the and at least we can laugh about it, right? But holy shazbot, man, like, and I'm so thankful for you. I'm so glad I went live, like, just purely to have this chat with you, Clear Vibrashe, because I'm like, okay, so it's happening. It's the energies with all of us right now. Those of us who have taken yet another leap, where we're like, it's like, just keep, that's, because that's, like, the polarity. That's the polarity of the experience, hence why I can be like, hi guys, I'm MJ, yay, love, heart, vibration, virtual hug, joyful, but then, like, literally finished crying, like, put my face together and just be like, hi guys, it's MJ from Ultra Love, so guess what, spiritual awakening is hardcore! And it doesn't end. It's not like the cookie cutter program that we all got fucking imprinted by, like, once you get a job and get married and get a dog, then you're gonna be fucking happy. It's so not super fun, right? 0 Point is like literally every fucking demon and every fucking monster and every fucking fear that you're harboring from within the self. You're like, like, I can see you, I can feel you, I can see the fucking viscerally shattering intensity of the fact that I don't belong here and I'm not good enough to be here, so why the fuck are you even trying to exist? And I'm just like, I've been existing, I don't know. Then I make dinner and cry. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I cry, and then I swing a lot. So I'll be like, like purging tears, and then I'll kind of like sort of crawl out of that. And thank God I've got, like, you know, I'm also at that point in my life where I'm just fucking thankful. Like, the deepest depth of my being is just thankful to have, like, my inner circle, like my tight little nugget groups of people that I, like, reach out to go, what is love? Like, why the fuck is this happening? And they're like, I know. And they feel it because they were also on the journey. Like you guys, like when we meet here and I'm just like, you know it. What's the word? Alignment, vibration. Like, holy shit, did I ever need another woman in the world saying, yep, we're in it too. And it's still happening. And I figured it'd be fucking cleared up by now. Did the house, 2 kids, and left my perfect life with 16 years of the husband, and now I'm like, what the fuck? And I can reflect and res back the, like, what the fuck, but I can also lift it to next level of being like, oh my god, I'm like, I just want to give you a big hug for being like, what the fuck is, it's okay to just be like that, right? And to just be like, so we're all taking these leaps going, we manifest, we're free, we're sovereign, I'm thinking my happy thoughts, I'm vibrating the new, and, like, being in the new. My nugget group is tiny too. Well, yeah, and I was always one of those, like, I couldn't handle bigger groups. I'd start to get like not being able to comprehend my life. And so I, like, over the years, I've been sifting. And seriously, the last 2 years, hey, you leaf! Looking for the truth. Yeah, the last few years, it's been a mega sift. So people I thought were in alignment weren't in alignment, and then da 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 da. And, like, I've had my mom the whole time, which is an absolute fucking blessing beyond. And then, da 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 da. Yeah, and then, like, just a couple friends now. And it's so legit. Like, it happens so legit, right? It's when I'm going through the deepest, dankest, darkest shit. Like, brutal, corrupted, gossipy breakup. And then, like, total fucking crash out, bottom out financial living situation being all, like, insidious and pervtastic. And then I'm like, nah. And it really, really was those moments where it's like, when I have nothing, i.e., bottom out, go to your darkest points, then you'll figure out who's your friend. You know, the ones who bail versus the ones who, like, step up to the plate and are like, I'm still here, and you're like, damn right you are. And so those or weirdly, the people who just literally jump ship. They're like, I don't know where you're going, nah! Or like, you're too crazy for my reality. I'm skidding out for sure. I'm skidding out. I've bumped along the skids row a little bit, and I'm just like, now I'm just like flat here like a crying baby with a sore arse. Let me see you, clear vibration. Aloha! Oh my god, you guys, let's all be hanging out. I'm free and finding awesome babes like you and so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you, for sure, right? I'm like, I feel like we're all around. We're all around the planet, like slowly like peeking our heads up, being like, is it safe to still be alive, you guys? Like, is it safe to be who we are? Is it safe to actually create and live the lives that we're desiring? And, oh yeah, that's for sure. Hey Roots, guys, I get all excited and then like literally if you were in my room you'd all like have little windshield wipers on your faces because it's such an awesome babe. Yay! Oh, this is why I go live, you guys, because alone in my boudoir I could be crying in my, like literally yesterday, and I don't mean to excite you about how fucking awesome spiritual life is, but like yesterday, I barely could fucking leave this room. I think I got up and made myself some porridge. And except I jazzed it up a little bit. I put peanut butter on the bottom, slammed that porridge on top, and then some nice strawberry jam. So I made like a strawberry peanut butter, and I could barely finish it because I've been so dark night of the soul, intense emotion, like literally feel, oh yeah, I shared that, didn't I? Like felt like I was in a torture chamber for most of the day yesterday. Like literally somebody was just like squeezing off my life force, and I'm like, I can't even fucking move. All I can do is like cry and kind of like shift over or like move one way or a little bit and just be like, and then it might lift for a bit. So clear vibration. And clear vibration, I'm pretty sure you're a day behind me. So you're actually like on my day yesterday of like, and like more stuff coming up. But this is really good because I'm like, okay, thank God. People are still in the depths. Because I watched some Astro Insights, I made an assumption that it would be completely done by now and all of our dreams would just be plopped falling in our laps and we'd be like, we're free! And that has not been happening, and so I'm digging in, just being like, okay, fine, universe, God, source, me, you want to fucking go? You want to go? But this is why I show up for you guys when I'm guided to, because like straight up the internet lifts me, and new paradigm vibrators they lift me because you feel my heart. It's like you get the connection of the heart where it's all a big messy crumbling holographic matrix and everyone's just like Mah! Or like pretending everything is fine. It's the pretending everything is fine that really gets me continuous. I'm like, we live in a totally fucked up banking system, which is corrupted, criminal, and false. The political system is a sham. The large majority of humanity, I'm talking like 99%, is like hardcore traumatized by years of living in the dark ages of brokenness and disconnection. And then in the brokenness and disconnection, being hardcore like manipulated by beings that are a little bit dickheady, in fairness. And now those dickheads are still trying to rule the show. We're all awakening to it and be like, no, you can't. But it's like our brothers and sisters are still like, oh, I'm scared. We're like, we know it. Hold on, I still want to see all your comments because I'm enjoying. Oh, I just saw 1333, if that matters. And you can cry with me, LOL, porridge, coming porridge. Aw, me too. I'm crying so much, like nonstop. And like, that's why I'm right now so thankful to like live alone. Like, I've had different moments where I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe I should just get a fucking roommate and help me pay rent here. And then I'm like, no, because then I wouldn't be able to cry all day. Oh my God. You guys, this was so meant to be. I just did a really like sad and somber share unlisted about spiritual awakening and dark night of the soul because, oh, you'll get this, literally because I'm like, I don't know if I want to go live because I could end up just be crying the whole time. Like the dark night of the soul one, I thought I could literally like burp a couple times. Don't listen to me, you guys. I don't know what I'm saying. I just know how to be present and like speak from my heart for some reason. I think it's one of those like spiritual gifts, to be fair. Alienation. That's what this share was about. Same thing, pretty much. Hey, Jessica. Oh, yeah, I definitely. So this was like my live share, and I pretty much am going off the same tangent of spiritual awakening and alienation, but then how there's like the veils, because what I'm now acutely aware of is like people are into veganism, but they're not necessarily into zero waste, or people are into yoga, but they're not necessarily into veganism, um, or people are into law of attraction, but they're not into meditation, right? Oh, clear vibrations. Honestly, I have been. Hey, Jonathan Nesbitt, long time no see, buddy, and Jessica Thompson, DNTS. What's DNTS? Tell me. I don't know what those short forms mean. I've been praying to my angels, woman. Woman, I have been like when I'm not in fits of intense tears and crying, I'm just praying nonstop for the juice of life to land in my lap and scrub me. To my angels and guides nonstop, but I did. Okay. See, I'm basically asking for all fear, all distortion, all lack, all blah blah blah. All of it can just fuck right. So I salute it. I'm like being present with it, being like, wow, this is mahangas, right? But I'm just like, I salute you. I'm trying not to be too edgy with it because I'm like trying to lean into embracing all the fear and darkness, which has been the bane of my suffering my whole existence. So yeah, Dark Night of the Soul. So you guys, if you want to, you could watch the other one of Spiritual Awakening and Dark Night of the Soul, because basically the gist of what I'm saying is like you don't have one miraculous healing and then you're done. Or maybe you do, I'm not sure. My personal experience is like it comes in waves, and it's just this sort of perpetual, I would say more what you become aware of instead of all the external circumstances is your own emotions and emotional patterns. And then once you start to work with the emotions, then the physical reality is more shapeshifty, but it becomes more increasingly unknown, and so you're having to get used to more and more living in the present, i.e. the unknown from the old control system. Exactly, Roots. And then this way of being, i.e. new paradigm, is just an emotionally connected way of being. So we don't have one emotional healing and then are like, bum, 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 go back to the grid, bah, bah, bah. No, you have an emotional release and then you go, whoa, what's this? And then you're like, oh, I guess I'll just, and then really that is the new way. The new way of being is us like relating from that heart space and being connected and feeling lots and working stuff out and not just being slaves, right? Not just being little worker bees to the system of control and domination, which on a spiritual level is just this weird fucked up motherboard, which is siphoning the energy of innocent beings. Which those of us who randomly resonate with that's because we're here in honor of earthlings and earth, and being like the slave system is shit, let's get rid of it, and salute it, because we've all been a part of it, and it's been part of our journey as a soul and our learning as a soul to go that deep into the darkness of separation. But a whole bunch of us are like, ow, 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 that fucking hurts. Guys, come on back to unity. It's way more fun. It's way more fun, but it just feels better. Like, I think that's like the really selfish bit of it, is like me coming back to that's why I'm like, I can't go back. Why this is just such a weird place to be. I'm like, well, thanks, Intuish. You've guided me to right to this point, and I've been like, whoa, but like, I'm not going back to the grid. Whoa, I'm not going back to the system. And then it's like landing, skidding out, being like, that's cool, this is all kind of familiar, and then the stop, and then the void, and then the infinite dark space, and then the like visualization, purging, visualization, download, reprogramming the mind, and but then still, I keep getting this meditation of being on just an open road. Is there a song about an open road? So I'm hearing "Take Me Home to a Place" or something like that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Oh, guys, by the way, I'm like a professional singer. No, I'm not. So I'm just gonna pray for a miracle for all of us. Let's pray for a miracle. I want you guys to know, like, from the legit bottom of my heart, all this shit that I do is literally just from like, let's be nicer to ourselves and one another. Let's, like, feel better in these bodies and stuff. Rooms and spaces with words. Interesting. So I want you guys to know that I really believe in you, and I really believe in you making your dreams come true, and I really believe in new paradigm vibers getting the ships coming, getting our lottery win. Oh, look, it rhymed. Let's get our ships are coming in. I'm not going to try to do that. The only way to clean out that residual pain lodged inside yourself is... I know, Jessica, and that's just been happening. I think sometimes, and this is part of like the whole dark night of the soul thing, it's that we can think we're done at different cyclical plateaus. We can think we're done, but then when we're, so for me in my chart, this cycle that we're closing off, that has been closing off for like the last, pardon me, at least probably like a year and a half or so, we've been in these cycles of clear outs, which is now coming to the end, i.e. dark night of the soul, of like, I 6 months ago didn't think it could get any more deep and intense, or 3 months ago or 2 weeks ago I didn't think it could get more, and then 2-3 days in a row I'm just like, feeling the fucking trauma wound of enslavement, of very deep enslavement. Hi there! Oh, that actually liberates me. It means nothing, yeah, because we are... Oh, Jessica, nice one. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Like, sometimes I don't even realize. I'm like, this is just therapy for me. Oh, exactly. Clearing out for bigger and brighter awareness. And like my like just childhood dream. Same. Oh my God. Well, clear vibrations. That's what I mean about those moments in some of my storms where I've actually felt, I had a flashback memory of, was it a beheading? I had randomly another like torture situation. I had a flashback and I was like, oh, that's new. I don't remember that one as far as like the recall work I've done. But I just stood there and was like, oh, okay, like another one, fine. So yeah, more depths are clearing out. But the fact that you guys have showed up this morning and okay, clear vibrations, thank you. I needed that little reminder. Same here, ancient death memories. Yeah. Hence this like deep shit around like you don't, it's gonna happen, because this is something that okay, thanks John Denver. Thank you. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, the depths of this one, because I always get that, because of the wonderful things she does. We're off to see the wizard. Because that's what it's been feeling like this time, all this depth of transforming these energies and like being present with it, but still living in my 3D reality in this fully unknown, rather edgy space. And then, but then in my physical, but then in these new aspects of manifestation, I'm starting to get this like childlike excitement that for sure there was a time since like early childhood that I just forgot about her. You know, after the parents got divorced or mom went to hospital, it would have been just like, I just cut her right out of my life. And I'm now getting this sense of like childhood excitement, but I'm like, what's the point if I have to in any other area of my life go back to those relationships or those work environments or those So I feel like I'm on a tightrope. Or yesterday, whilst crying, I actually felt like I wasn't on the tightrope. I'd fallen, but I was like dangling by one fingertip, just like, like holding on to the tightrope, be like, don't fucking let go! Don't fucking let go! Or, let go and just let yourself fall, because you've done that before, so who bloody cares anymore? Did I miss something? Hey Jonathan, midnight here, couldn't sleep, and son of a sure was glad to show on shares. Oh, thanks guys. Oh, but it's totally reciprocated, by the way, because I never thought about that when I was like in my old world, in my last patterning, and then once I broke free from that, I literally had no idea how things were going to unfold really at all, like from 3 years ago. And it's pretty much been 3 years to the day that I like had this huge reawakening, yet another round of profound spiritual awakenings. I was in Morocco at the time. And then like, and then like all this crazy shit. 3 years later, here I am. And I've changed. My life has changed. My life is completely different. And I've taken more moves, but from this guided path, when you've been guided from within your heart space, and the physical world has guided. So that's because that's another weird thing about the evolution of all this stuff. For me, at 19, it was my intuition. I was guided by my intuition, and part of me writing the book was the fact that I was in a toxic relationship for 6.5 years, which is how I figured out that when you deny the intuition, you end up in these shitty patterns, right? They do speak French there. And then hence this weird awareness of the system being in denial of emotional frequencies and the karmic backlog, and then the fact that we can really heal. But what I'm increasingly aware of is that it's not my little egoic human Molly mind which is responsible for all this. And then the more you let go, the more apparently you just still get into these really unknown spaces. But energetically, even though it would look like my physical circumstantial reality is gonna crumble and just fuck me over huge, I'm just staring at it going, yeah, and because I've never been able to fit into the system in such a way that has enabled me to have enough money to like control my life. Just being straight up, you guys, I've always, like, even with the yoga journey, I've been a bit of a rebel in the yoga industry as well, because I never went through certain like protocols and stuff. I know, you leave. I know, like, actually meeting, because this is the thing, even though it's internet, I can I can feel the biofeedback from you guys, which is in resonant with me, and it's such a hard, and so taking these leaps, and this is the thing about people's consciousness, is that it's, when you've been living intuitively, a lot of people don't get it, and so when you make decisions, they're just like, that makes no sense, and then it triggers all their fear responses. And so I've made that decision, like, I'm not going to teach yoga anymore. I don't necessarily want to be even affiliated with the yoga and well-being industry. I just want to be a human in real time with brothers and sisters who feel the resonant connection, right? And like, because I think the more we go down all this divine manifestation path, the more tunneled it becomes, the more authentic it becomes. So it becomes more difficult to merge into codependency because of the sovereignty vibration, right? And I do feel this, even the fact that you guys are all here, and the fact that in my life, I've had, whether I had to walk away or people had to walk away from me, all of my codependent relationships have dissolved. And now it's just connections, right? Yeah, exactly. Just find connections just by being the truth that you are. But now, and this is what's so beautiful, if even on internet land, like, now the emergence, these new sparks of light and divine souls appearing in my vortexual reality are more aligned, right? We are feeling it, and then this, the fact that you guys can share honestly with me just reflects back stuff that I'm carrying, going, holy shit, okay, so definitely I'm not alone, I'm not going crazy, because if I'm really vulnerable with you guys, isolation is challenging. Like, doing this stuff when you go into isolation or alienation or undergoing dark night of the soul, like, you guys know, it's like fucked up. And there's imprinting from system of like, you're depressed, or you're going crazy, or you need to be committed, you need, because you're not a machine, you're not a robot, so you need, and or we go through, we head into these depths of emotions, and people around us are like, it's okay for a few hours to cry, or it's okay for a day maybe, but now, shh, like, okay, get your shit together and just get on with it, right? And so there's so many different angles of how we look at the relationship that we have with ourselves. And it would appear by your guys' reflection, it's just me and my darkest fuck shadow. The shadow. Oh, I know, I do know this, but this, obviously I needed to go live because you guys are like, bum, 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 bum. I'm hearing that Rocky song, do 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 do, and I'm here, and this is the thing, I'm not gonna stop just because I was bawling my eyes out this morning. Look, like, I even have the fucking snotty tissue to share with you guys, to be like, I don't even want to go live, but I'm like, but this is what you do, Molly. You share shit live. And like the fact that there's just other humans. Madonna is 60. I love that random insert. We're all gonna outlive Madonna, so you know, what are you gonna do? And I weirdly, I just don't follow any mainstream stuff whatsoever. Like I forget that those special people that everybody worships. I'm like, who's that? And they're like, anyway, it doesn't. I'm just being. Why don't I watch TV? Because I'm too busy crying most of the time. And or playing outside, having a bit of a frolic, and or having a stretch, and or being creative and like writing stuff or making videos and all of that. Oh, by the way, you guys, if you want to donate to my channel, I am more than welcome to receive your donations. And or if you want to buy some Ultra Love products, I super appreciate that as well. I'm not wearing it today, I'm wearing something else, but I do have like Ultra Love hoodies and stuff like that, which you can buy. It's all sustainable. As sustainable as one can get, low waste, let's say. And I've just launched some more online courses, which the benefit for you guys is just more me time. But no, there's some really juicy nuggets in there. The few of you who have purchased are digging in on some of it. There are some audio issues. I do apologize, but you know, what can I do? I'm learning. 144 is the sacred number of the online courses, and that was done intentionally only because of new paradigm numerology, right? Ugh. And I feel you. I can feel that I'm not alone, and I know that I needed to go live today. Just to have chats with you guys and just to have some nice clear vibrations. Some clear vibrations to reflect back, you know? So I love you guys loads. They're on altalove.com, so you can just visit my website, go to the online courses, and then scroll down. Spirituality Simplified is the one I just launched. It's just pretty. There's lots of videos. I think there's maybe 40 videos in total, and some of them are interviews, and some of them are just meditations, but it's a nice, I would say, actually energy download, because I filmed it mostly in Bali. So it's actually just like quite a nice, soothing, and fun, because I take the piss out of myself, obvi, a lot. But yeah, it's inspiration to just help y'all stay connected and stay in the heart love vibration, which is just my perpetual mission and endeavor. And I pray to the sweet Lord of love every day that my path shall be cleared. So there's a quote that came to me during my emotional storm. I use it, I throw that everywhere, from the for Yogi Bhajan. There's 5 sutras of the Aquarian age, which I've been practicing pretty diligently since I heard about them 6 years ago. But one that came to me yesterday was, yeah, please do clear vibrations. I love you, and I totally res. I feel it. Vibrate. This is the fifth sutra. Vibrate the cosmos, and the cosmos clears the path. I was vibrating the cosmos back on my yoga journey. I'm just a bit like, yo, hook it up, cosmos. I need. But I'm trying to stay chill about it, hence going live, where you know there's a public platform and people are watching you. Don't be too insane. Oh, it's too late. Anywho, you guys, I do love you loads, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Meditating the other night, I had vivid and beautiful runes like gold letters. Ooh, I like it. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that as a reflection. Yes, because celebrations, and actually like from this higher level, we're all just like yearning so innocently for these breakthroughs of sort of miraculous, and I want to say serendipitous, just sort of like they just appear, and it's easy, and it flows, and it just drops in our lap, and life is just so beautiful and benevolent, and we never had these scars or these meanies or these ickies, you know? Oh, buy an Ultra Love hoodie. I get 4% commission, so an extra £2 in the account. No, but I do. I appreciate it's. I see, like, I joke almost out of embarrassment, but the truth is, like, I really appreciate your guys' help, because I've discovered that pioneering an online business in one's heartfelt integrity is not, it's not like a clear-cut, obvious channel. It's just like, is it this? Is it this? Is it here? Is it here with you guys? Yeah, it is. Mostly I just love you guys. And I'm glad I went live today. And it was really nice to connect. So yeah, email me, let's exchange numbers, and just stay aloha. I'm doing a dance, a Hawaii dance. That's me doing a dance. Oh, but I just got off I'm just finishing my live share now, sweet CC. So I'll close her down. I'll let you guys connect and make out. It's ridiculous. I'm being ridiculous this morning. But you know what it's about. It's about the love. I know, you guys, you should stay longer. So Tech Victor, here's an idea. Now this is total... This is crazy. This is crazy. But the thing is, I think it's crazy, but it's probably totally been done before. But I was like randomly thinking, I'm trying to like download all of the miraculous and wonderful things that I could do to like shine more light. And I'm like, I know. I could do like a 24-hour live share. I'm trying to think if I have enough data for that even, but yeah, so I'm like, oh, let's go live at 5. But then I'm like, but what would happen for toilet breaks? So I think I would need to be in a room with one other person that we could tag team the live sharing. And somebody would just always be here, like, chatting to you guys. And you guys could chat amongst yourselves. And this could just be an open, all to love TV platform of expressing the what the actual fuck is life sentiment. Right? So you guys, that was honest. Let me know if that's something you'd want to do, because I'm hella up for trying. But you guys have to bear in mind that I have to wait to have a friend in my life, like actual physical presence, because I love you guys and I so consider you guys like my tight-knit vibe tribe for sure. Like I know that if we actually met in person, it would just be like blah, 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 frolicking through the world, and it would be super fun, and we might cry, but we'd laugh and hug, and it would be what it is. But like in my actual reality, I'm just alone here in my bed. I'm just alone here in my bedroom, you guys. No, but I'm very good practiced at being alone. You know, I don't know if you guys know, but like, you know how you get the memories of like when you're a kid, and I'm like, I have to remember that. Like, as a kid, I was a proper loner kid. I apparently get lost, and my parents would find me, like, snuggled with, like, the German Shepherd, the neighborhood German Shepherd. They would find this 2-year-old girl just, like, asleep with this dog in the neighbor's backyard. It's like, what on earth is she doing? And I would just play for hours by myself. And I was always the kid who would like cry to her mommy when she'd go to sleepover, because like after a few hours I would get triggered by all of the collective energies and never felt really comfortable in group consciousness. So yeah, I embrace my aloneness actually. All right, look at this. Alta Love TV, where people hook up and make love light connections. And I know you guys do that on lots of other channels. I still play alone. Yeah, well, clearly, because this is the life. And it's not like that's my intention forever, to be isolated in my bedroom in Devon. I just, this is just where the, like, guided love heart intuitive flow has guided me to. Hence, 0 point dark night of the soul of just like, why, God? What do you want from me? Because normally when I get into these energy vortexes, like I've definitely had multiple of these in my life. Pardon me, you guys. But like when I get in these, this is that point of like when you're on your knees and eventually you get an email. Like last time I remember got an email from a girl I met in India who was like, come down to Devon. And I was like, lifeline. Like I'm going to go to Devon and do yoga. And then, you know, before that I wanted to study acting, and I was guided to So like I would always get to these different breaking points and just be like, total 0 point stillness. I don't want to try to control my life because I've already surrendered to the universe of love. So I'm like, the universe of love better show me where to go next. And then, yeah, an email or something would happen, right? So I'm literally just like, Karen Christakos. Oh my god. How wonderful. So let's do it, MJ. Yeah, let's stay connected, exchange numbers, and just have Blabfest cities because it's necessary right now, isn't it? It's like climbing out. It's like climbing out of some sand, quicksand, or like some sticky mud. It's sticky. It's just, and then it's helpful if there's more people also stickers. Who cares? And we're like, hey, okay. Pardon me, you guys. See, I'm clearing. I'm definitely clearing out some like mucoid guck of my. I could feel my kidneys yesterday as well when I was like when I was in my fear panic of like, oh my god, they're coming to get me. I'm never gonna survive this. Like, how fucking weird is that shit? But you guys get it, I think. Oh, Twin Flame Love Journey. I'm hearing. I'm seeing. Yes, on the Twin Flame couple channel. Ugh, they went to the pyramids and did ayahuasca. Oh, I think you guys are having a chat between yourselves. Yeah, I had an ayahuasca journey in 2017. It was amazing, actually, because like there was about 30 people plus the guys from Brazil who came over to conduct and make the plant medicine. And then there was like a few facilitators, like local people who'd done the ceremony before, and you have like a sweat lodge and all of this like ceremony stuff. And then there's like 2 nights of drinking the tea in a row, and like on the first night I had a public speaking gig on the Sunday, so like I was very aware of having to like be present and go to a different festival and actually like speak about my book and whatnot. So you guys talk about yourselves. I just want to share my ayahuasca story because I'm like impressed with myself because of it. But have any of you guys done ayahuasca, just out of curiosity? So you go around and the facilitators and like the guys, they're like singing and there's like music playing, and then there's like some people at times like they go around with like, I don't know, these big feather things and like fan, but in my awareness I'm fully aware that they're actually fanning spiritual energy around, which is weird. But again, this is the thing about DMT and oh, thanks guys. You guys are great. Yeah, so it's like a ceremony. It's a ritual thing. You go back up 3 times in a row, and I went up the first time, had a little, and I was really present, and then I could start to feel the medicine a little bit, and I just like yeah, I can barely go on Facebook anymore at all, for sure. And I started to feel like the gentleness of the medicine. And then I was also fully aware that people were starting to purge around me, because ayahuasca is a purgative. So like it makes people barf loads and dance and do trippy weird things, obviously. And then I just observed, and I think it's really weird because the guys, as they prepared the circle for taking the medicine, everything they were saying about how to handle the medicine is basically what I talk about in the book, and like mindfulness meditation practices or breath work, is that you want to be present with the sensational body and breathe through it ultimately. So if you're feeling fear, try to breathe through it rather than going into the fear with a less trained mind or a less disciplined mind, because in things like ayahuasca, it's so potent that people can really very much have a visceral experience of death, which if we're not prepared or grounded for that, it's very scary. Actually, as I say that, a guy next to me in the ceremony, that actually happened to him. He started like hyperventilating and wigging out and having a freak out that he was dying. And so by the 3rd round, I'm starting to kind of come up more. And weirdly, I never purged. Like, I never had a throw up. I had the feeling once or twice. I was like, oh, here it comes. And then I would just take a really big breath and like anchor into my body. And then weirdly, like, it was almost like I became one of the facilitator types, because I was just like holding space for everybody, like high on ayahuasca, just like seeing the trippy patterns of vibrashe moving around. And then like I'd start singing, and I have like trauma around singing weirdly, but like there I am, just like singing a song and like chanting for the group, and everyone's like, oh yeah. I think I had a cry. Definitely I remember one of the moments I like started singing, and I sang just like intuitively, just started singing the song. And then I remember it finished, and then I looked over at one of the girls next to me, and then we both were just like, like just crying. So yeah, so that was my experience of the ayahuasca, and it was a beautiful experience, but it's so profound. And I think because I live in those depths, I like don't, I have no desire to do it again, to be honest. Did it change things? No, no, clear vibrations. It didn't have some sort of turning point shift in my mind. If anything, it was an affirmative experience, because ayahuasca, the plant, is a feminine plant, unlike I think some other psychedelics, like peyote and some others are a masculine plant. That is nice. And that that's something around this 0 point energy that I felt was like, this is the first time I'm really feeling the depths of relaxation. No, but I do like that about I do like that about what you just said, acupuncture. So acupuncture, like different, I know like there's like different pressure points that I can press on for different things, just from friends and being in the healing industry where people like teach you stuff, right? Yeah, yeah, sweet CC. So like, and then so I'm somebody who, after having had the one experience, it is beautiful, it is affirming, but it basically on a soul level, it kind of like it taught me what I already knew deep down, and because it's quite a powerful, it is kind of like partying all night. You wake up kind of like crusty and just need to sleep the next day because you're like blissed out on this medicine, right? And then and not everyone, some people were like like they did not have a good trip. So it's one of those, you kind of have to surrender to the experience. So yeah, no, I didn't have any sort of big monumental shifts at that point. It just taught me that what I wrote in the book was actually valid teachings as far as ayahuasca goes. So yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, it was just really affirming, and I could feel the medicine was just teaching us that we are the totality of that which we experience, and our ability to be present with it is what we're all moving towards ultimately. And at the same time, on another angle, I am an advocate of I don't really believe in denying or shutting out anything for that matter, right? So demonizing cannabis whilst pharmaceutical drugs are more than acceptable, I don't think that's fair. I think if we're gonna promote and proclaim pharmaceutical drugs as an acceptable form of healing, I think we should also look at psychedelic medicine and plant medicine as a form of healing as well. Right? Exactly. And I think the more of us that open to it and stand our ground and say this is, and ultimately I think the biggest bit for those of us having undergone awakening is the fact that none of this stuff is ever bad. But if we as beings are disconnected and are looking for ourselves in it, i.e., I'm looking for my achievement in alcohol, or I'm looking for um, some love and ecstasy, and then that's when we get into those like seeking and potentially destroying ourselves in the seeking, right? So the turnaround for me, I think, with the ayahuasca experience, and then weirdly, since ayahuasca, even at I did like, somebody gave me like a little bit of ecstasy at a festival, and I've kind of opened myself. This is, and I'm talking after 6, 7, 8 years of the yogi lifestyle of like pretty much teetotal and like, I'm a yogi, blah blah, and like, but then going into this isolation manifestation mode via the yoga journey, and then really you guys are all getting to know me and meet me on the other side, me jumping out of even the yoga well-being industry, where I'm like, hey, still not quite sure what the fuck is going on, but I'm pretty sure we are lifting lids. I'm pretty sure that we're awakening to more potential, and I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of us as we awaken there's a very visceral and pure heart call for peace, heart call for love, heart call for the awakening of humanity, so that humans can start to face their projections and face their reflections, you know, as many of us have been doing and continue to do. Hence today we're still in a dark night of the soul, you guys. Remember 10 years ago when you first heard of Dark Night of the Soul, we were like, oh, thank God that's over. I'm never gonna do that again. And then yesterday, the day before, I'm like, and then it was just this morning where I'm like, hey, I know what this is. I'm dying again. And so the fact that I'm excited about dying is a really good thing. Oh, totally, right? I'm still into my veganism, but I'm also into the idea of like having chickens and being able to not eat. I wouldn't still never want to eat the chicken flesh because I don't think flesh agrees with my body. Plus I'm like, but like I could handle if a chicken was dying or dead. I'm like, I could handle then having people over to eat the chicken if they wanted to eat the dead chicken. I don't know. But then I would maybe be open to eating the free range eggs if they were mine. I don't know. I'm like, anyway, it doesn't matter. But you guys get it, right? It's not the exact, the exact form of what we're doing. It's just the underlying denial piece and the fact that there is stuff going on the planet that is shitty shit, and that when we're aware of it, we're like, guys, we should stop doing it. That's horrible. That's really tragic and painful. And then more people going, actually, yeah, that's pretty shit. We should stop that. You're like, yeah, okay, let's stop that. And then finally, like, those of us on this empath ride can finally kind of just chill. Because that's like all of it. People might think it's about making money or grandiosity. No, I just want to fucking live in peace. Like, it's just that simple, right? Eggs gross me out too. Same, actually. Hey, my Sky! Yeah, I used to drink loads. I used to drink like every day, actually, for years and years. I want a pig. Oh, I want a pet pig. Oh my God. Have you ever seen those little like Chihuahua pigs? They're like teeny tiny. They're just like little dogs, but piglets. And they're super tiny and super cute. I would definitely have one, except I'm pretty sure there's some weird human hybrid thing as well. I got another one. Ooh, great. Eggs gross me out. Yeah, I know what you mean. This is why my vegan lifestyle has always been in alignment with me, because like even as a vegetarian, I never really liked eggs. I was like, ugh, do I have to? Like my mom would be like, you need the protein. And I'm like, okay, fine. I've never really been, like pizza was fine, but like even cheese would kind of make me a bit like, well, sometimes. So like yeah, oh my God, for sure, Jessica Thompson. Like, that's my life. That's why I've ended up writing the book and stuff, is because I never felt comfortable. Like, the few times in my life where I just tried to, like, deny my intuition or deny my feelings, I would end up in seriously fucked up suicidal patterns. Like, and, like, people might think there's some kind of, like, joke to all of it, but it is a legitimate sharing, I think, for a lot of empaths, where you're like, no, I had to leave that situation. I was killing myself. Like, I had to get out of certain job environments because the cycles that I was in were literally destroying me. And I could feel and see my future in that vortexual bubble of vibration. And so I had to make a change. I had to leave the relationship. I had to discipline myself, ultimately. You know, like, the weird fucked up thing about our system is that century of the soul. Yeah, the dark multi-lives of a soul. Yeah, like life after life of fearful negative imprinting of fuck off, leave us alone, like don't be here kind of thing. And so I've totally lost my track of thought. We walk around looking at everyone else's shadows. Oh, and that's part of my withdrawal now. That's a big part of my withdrawal. I'm like withdrawing into 0 point so that I emerge in greater collective harmony. Oh, I love that you love your pig, and or just want to love a pig. I would as well. There's a huge, weirdly as well, there's quite a massive pig farm right across from Stonehenge in this country. And I always just feel a bit like, brr, you know, because I'm not really into animal slaughter in any way. Oh, eggs. You've just somehow reminded me. I'm like eggs and dairy. I haven't drinking dairy since I turned vegetarian. Cheese I would dip in and out of, but never. It was a bit. I always found it a bit dense. And then that is all. Yeah, milk. Yeah, same. But see, my mom's like one of us, and so she always had this awareness that milk, and then I grew up in like small industrial Canada with like farmers everywhere, so it was like, gotta get your milk, drink your milk and meat and cheese, like meat at every meal and blah blah, and then, yeah, I like almond milk. I drink all of the other milks. Almond milk, soya milk, coconut milk, hemp milk, oat milk, cashew milk, hazelnut milk. They have all the milks now. So that's easy. And if anything as well, that's what I love about the nowness of our existence is that, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's actually become quite cool and trendy and fashionable to be a vegan. When I was a kid, I got teased to no end. And fucking yelled at sometimes by people because I was such a nuisance to people. And now it's like cool and trendy and people get it. So I'm like, oh. So if anything, that should be a sign that the good shit is coming for manifestation, because I'm being guided to do more shit, but I'm still totally just at a standstill when it comes to manifestation and actual resources to take me to the next phase. So well done, me. And this is just me being totally honest and vulnerable with you guys. So buy my stuff. Go to go.love.com. Help a sister out. You know, all of it. Oh, my light. Look, my lights just went out. I guess that's me. It's over. I love you guys. I so look forward to like meeting you one day in the world. You guys just talk amongst yourselves. I've got to shoot off now. Not for any other reason than to probably just keep crying in bed today, but I actually have a few things that I'm gonna intend to do. So guys, thank you for being here so much. And just I hope that when I go away that you guys can still like chittle chat. Because I wouldn't want to come between it. So yeah, I just one day imagine myself doing a tour around the entire world and like getting to meet all of you. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'm thankful for you beyond, and I look forward to seeing you soon, you guys. Here's to fucking winning the lottery and having major manifestation.